a check of the weather. And Tony, we've got a big week coming up, even a long weekend ahead for those vacationers.
And everyone's always looking ahead to the next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, what I can say with certainty as we head toward the Independence Day weekend, it's going to get hot. In fact, up near 90 degrees. Now, until then, I think we have one day this week we have to watch out for some thunderstorms of consequence, and that would be Tuesday. Let me take you on to our weather video on the banks of the Ohio River. Little evening fishing down near the Huntington Marina. And by the way, this weekend, no less than 3 big concerts and summer celebrations on the Ohio River. River Recreation Festival up in Gallipolis, Sternwheeler Festival, Point Pleasant, Summer Motion in Ashland. Right now, the Ohio River is at a great level for boating and for doing all sorts of fun and pleasure on the Ohio. Let's keep our fingers crossed it'll hold that way. And our 3D Doppler radar tonight showing pretty much a clean sweep across our area. Nearest showers are down, for example, toward Blacksburg and toward Roanoke, Virginia, where, you know, John Mulvaney reminded me that a bunch of Hokies are coming to Huntington before too long. Let me take you on to your forecast here, where your first forecast is for a hot and sticky day to ensue. It'll be comfy in the morning at 60 with patchy dense fog, 80 by the lunch hour, and with plenty of sunshine. The kids will load up with the sunblock or sunscreen heading off to the pool. For example, the Eleanor pool is now open, 85 degrees. Landscapers and construction workers, after 5 o'clock, chance of a shower or a thunderstorm, but especially the activity comes in on Tuesday. High humidity, 85%, and 62 on the Roy Rogers Esplanade with a damp ground should support some patchy dense fog in the morning, 64 Middleburg Island and Logan, and 65 over at Archer Park in Prestonsburg. Early morning temperatures tomorrow will range through the upper 50s and low 60s at dawn with patchy dense fog traveling along State Route 52 and 23 on the Ohio River. And the Country Music Highway tends to fog in after showers in the summertime. That should be the case till about 8 o'clock in the morning before the fog lifts. And once the fog lifts, it'll be hazy outside with plenty of sunshine, mid and upper 80s through the West Virginia coalfields. Central West Virginia boaters at Sutton and Summersville, 80 and 84 degrees respectively. I would expect temperatures in the mid and upper 80s by the end of the day from Black Walnut Avenue in Spencer over to Pullman Square in Huntington. Note how the nearest rains now, not the ones moving away, but the nearest rains heading toward us are just crossing out of Iowa into Illinois. It'll take all night for those to get into Indiana and most of the day tomorrow before they get into Ohio and into our neck of the woods. So I'd expect mainly a dry day tomorrow as this red line comes through. That's the warm front. Today's showers are north. We're in the 80s tomorrow and heating up, feeling 90 degrees, and then by the time we get to late tomorrow night and especially on Tuesday, some showers and thunder showers are heading in. You might be heading down to the Myrtle Beach Grand Strand where a sunshiny week's on tap, 85 at Beachfront, 90 at the downtown malls. Remember a couple years ago there were forest fires? There are again, but not in Horry and Brunswick County, but they're up in Pender County in North Carolina. Occasionally, Myrtle Beach has had some smog in the air from smoke. Surf temperatures up to 82 degrees off the Garden City Pier, and the sand temperature heats to 100 degrees. There'll be a couple of showers in the forecast this week at the Myrtle Beach Grand Strand. Our showers are over, mostly cloudy and comfy overnight. Fog forms pre-dawn at 60 degrees. Your forecast tomorrow, beautiful tropical sky ensues after the fog lifts. A muggy breeze in the afternoon at 86 degrees. A shower or thunderstorm tomorrow night, and especially on Tuesday, we'll get a couple of downpours. And once that rain goes through, I think we're mainly dry. Wednesday, Thursday heading into Friday as we begin the Sternwheeler Festival in Point Pleasant and the Mountain State Art and Craft Fair over at Cedar Lakes and Ripley. By the way, Sarah, by the weekend, temperatures are heating toward 90 degrees. I don't know about you, Tony, but I'm ready for a pool day. And you know something? After the cool weekend, a lot of folks will be doing that. I bet they will. All right, thanks, Tony. Okay. Coming up, Uncle Sam is running out of money and lawmakers are running out of time. What the president plans to do about the nation's tax turmoil.
WSAZ NewsChannel 3 with Sarah Sager and meteorologist Josh Fitzpatrick. This is NewsChannel 3 Tonight.
The Senate's top Republican and Democrat will go to the White House for separate meetings on raising the debt ceiling. GOP lawmakers say they won't go along with any tax increases. Democrats say they don't want to increase taxes, but they say the country needs to raise money to get out of its financial hole. Brian Moore has the story from Washington.
With the economy treading water and Uncle Sam's credit card nearly maxed out, President Obama is going to try on Monday to get the stalled negotiations on the debt ceiling moving.
We can't simply cut our way to prosperity.
Republicans say that's code for raising taxes. GOP lawmakers pulled the plug on talks last week, insisting that's a line they will not cross.
The whole business of raising taxes, regardless of how you go about it, is something that this Congress is not likely to do. The last Congress wasn't willing to do it. So we need to talk about what can pass.
Democrats insist they don't want to raise taxes, just cut tax breaks for the rich.
We want to close those loopholes up. We do not want to raise anybody's tax rates. That's never been on the table.
The government reaches its credit limit in August, and without an increase, it can't spend. Republicans are demanding big cuts and say anything that looks or sounds like taxes has to be taken off the table.
It's not just a bad idea. It doesn't have the votes, and it can't happen.
A showdown over spending, promising to make this summer a long, hot one for Congress.
While the budget battle heats up on Capitol Hill, a spending shutdown is just days away in Ohio. House and Senate leaders have been trying to work out differences between their two versions of the nearly $56 billion spending blueprint for the next 2 years. Dozens of changes have been discussed, including pumping more tax money into nursing homes and linking teachers' pay more closely to performance evaluations. The legislature has until Thursday to get the bill approved and signed by Governor John Kasich. A fireworks frenzy at a place you might not expect. We'll tell you a little bit more coming up. With the 4th of July just a week away, the demand for fireworks is sky high. The congregation at Bible Apostolic Church in Huntington is helping fill that need. For about 10 years, the church has held a big fundraiser selling an assortment of firecrackers. This year, they've got a big tent set up in the parking lot of the Walmart on Route 60. They say many folks look forward to getting their fireworks from them every year.
People say, see you next year, so we thank the people that do come out and support us and are people that are faithful to us.
The money they raise goes towards their youth group projects and home missions. They'll be set up there through the 4th of July. Most people do community service at some point, whether for school or a summer camp. Today, one man who's gone above and beyond to serve is being honored.
Do hereby proclaim the 26th day of June 2011 to be Rabbi David Wisher Day.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, it's been a wonderful experience for me. It's been the highlight of my whole career, definitely. It's been just a pleasure to be part of these people's lives. So many wonderful occasions, some sad occasions too, of course, that's inevitable. But to be part of these fine people's lives for so long, and they've been part of my life and my family. We really are a big extended family here. That's the memory I will treasure. It's been my honor and privilege to serve here these many years.
That was Rabbi Witcher you just heard from. His retirement was this afternoon in Huntington. He's been serving for 22 years. Now that's longer than any other rabbi at B'nai Shalom. Witcher moved to Huntington back in 1998 and plans to stay in the area. He says his retirement will give him more time to spend on hobbies and with his family. Congratulations to Rabbi Witcher. Coming up in sports, Cincinnati tries to top the Orioles without the long ball. Plus, it's not a 4-year decision, it's a 40-year decision. How one high school football star is preparing for life playing for Army.